On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand.
A multifunctional group, Progressive Nigerians for Sustainable Future (PNSF), has hailed President Bola Ahmed Tinibu for the successes his administration recorded in the last 100 days. PNSF delivered the message at a forum in Abuja on Saturday while presenting the administration's scorecard as part of activities marking the administration's first 100 days in office. Co-convener of the group, Prince Omole, congratulated the president and his second-in-command, Vice President Kashim Shettima, for steering the ship of the Nigerian state in the right direction since the administration came into office on May 29, 2023.
I extend my heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and His Excellency Vice President Kashim Shettima, GCON, for steering the ship of state in the right direction since May 29, 2023. I also congratulate the President and Vice on their victory at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and commend their maturity and statesmanship.
Prince Omole highlighted the administration's achievements to include the removal of fuel subsidy, which he described as having short-term harsh pains but long-term gains. Describing the administration's actions as first-line charge, Prince Omole identified one of the policy's gains to include the rise in national revenue, which has resulted in consequential financial windfall for the country's federating states in terms of monthly federal allocations.
On President Tinibu's inauguration day, on Monday, May 29, 2023, he announced during his inauguration speech that the fuel subsidy had ended, reiterating that it was dead and buried. Yes, the removal of the fuel subsidy has caused and continues to cause social economic dislocation in the polity, but measures have also been taken to cushion the economic effect. We cannot be oblivious to this hardship because the removal have its short-run pain, and if we must have a long-run gain as a country. However, the other side of this fuel subsidy removal is the amount, at least 1 trillion naira, of savings accrued to the national coffers. It is important to stress that this substantial financial windfall has increased the federal allocations of our subnational government since July 2023. As a result, state governments have a new lease on their financial force savings as more funds are available for capital projects.
The co-convener noted with pride the president's drive for international investment in the country has typified by his current engagement at the Nigeria-India Economic Roundtable, which has yielded a whopping $14 billion investment pledges. Prince Omole also highlighted other significant success stories recorded by the administration in the last 100 days. Specifically speaking on the financial state of the nation, he applauded the Tinibu administration for wielding the hammer on what he described as the fuzzy forex regime, with its harmonization policy, citing the policy as a far cry from the business-as-usual previous alternative which the administration met on ground as one of the few examples of bold steps of an equally bold president.
Harmonizing our fuzzy forex regime, which has been reprehensible if not detrimental to our earnings, is another bold step worth actually mentioning. A few days after assuming office, President Tinibu gave the directive to harmonize the conflicting forex regime. Another hope was rekindled for the Nigerian people by this singular act.
He also commended the Tinibu administration for its proactive responses to emerging challenges, both at the local and international levels. He cited emerging military incursions in the West Africa sub-region, over which he commended the president's courage and leadership threats in rallying stakeholders towards finding both political and diplomatic solutions, urging the negotiated settlement over the overwhelming urge to meet fire with fire. Overall, Prince Omole described the administration's 100 days in office as moments for laying the foundation of a just, prosperous, and sustainable Nigeria.
I have articulated in this welcome address a fraction of President Tinibu's unprecedented accomplishments in just 100 days in the saddle. They point to a just, prosperous, and sustainable Nigeria that we shall all be proud of.
Other dignitaries who spoke at the event include Ambassador Kayode Oguntuase, Princess Atiku Ajana, Major General Abdulmalik Jibril, retired, and Desmond Otowen. While Ambassador Oguntuase dwelt on the need for the administration to pay attention to improving the capacity of the police to perform well its statutory functions, particularly in the face of ongoing national insecurity, Ajana lauded the administration's efforts in dealing with the humanitarian challenge.
The subordination of the military to civil authority is fundamental. But the sector that is supposed to carry that responsibility is the Nigerian police. The Nigerian police. And when I say security sector reform, what I mean is positioning responsibilities to those who are supposed to carry that responsibility under the Constitution. It has become a common knowledge today, every simple security challenge in any part of the country, it is the military that we call upon to tackle such. So much that even this population, the general population does not believe that the police can enforce what they expect in terms of security enforcement. So unless they see the military, they don't feel comfortable. That is not supposed to be the case. What's supposed to be is that the police should be positioned, should be well trained and well equipped to be able, and well funded and well paid to be able to carry out the responsibility under the Constitution, the civil police roles.
For Nigeria, the presence of our president into the international scene is repositioning Nigeria for the role that Nigerians have been designed to be. That is, to be at the pinnacle of global decision making. He is currently, as himself and the vice president have been traversing over the whole world, looking for peace, looking for how to reposition our economy.
On humanitarian, we are very happy and blessed to have President Bola Ahmed Tinibu appoint a woman younger than 40 to pilot that affair, and she has since hit the ground running. According to his manifesto, he promised to give social programs that will favor women and youth as far as Nigeria is concerned. He also started on a right note by ensuring and calling on the Bureau of Statistics to make sure they come up with a complete data. He has also saddled the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy to work hand in hand with NIDA and ensure that we have a social register that is comprehensive, which I think is a good step in the right direction. That's a way to start. Data is very important. Let's not listen to what the World Bank is telling us, that we have over 135 million people living in abject poverty in Nigeria. We need to have a social register. That has since been kick-started. He has also, on humanitarian, saddles the Northeast governors with the responsibility of coming together and finding a lasting solution to internally displaced people and crises that have been perpetuated by the Fulani herders.
Utomwen, on the other hand, spoke on the efforts to galvanize the private sector in the bid to revive the economy, as well as what the citizenry need to do in order to be part of the new emerging Nigeria. Utomwen, one of the conveners of a group, re-echoed John F. Kennedy's dictum of ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. He gave the example of Elite Solar Smart Kiosk, a solar-powered, 100% made in Nigeria power product already making waves across the country, highlighting the multifunctional device as one that can be deployed off-grid. Utomwen explained that it is a handy tool for use in a variety of ways, including healthcare, job creation, catering, food vending, and among others, security, particularly in areas without regular power supply.
We know the challenges in the energy sector, and why not trying to dabble into what the grid is saying? We know very well that there is so much that can be done off-grid, and that is what the Elite Solar Smart Class Kiosk is doing and is bringing to communities across Nigeria. We believe that if this is properly deployed, with all stakeholders connecting with this, the government connecting with it, definitely we have a lot that can be achieved in making businesses to thrive, in addressing the issues of unemployment in the country. The Elite Solar Smart Kiosk is a modular, easy to deploy, off-grid, solar-powered facility with variety of uses and application. It's a very simple to use. It's homemade, 100% locally produced in Nigeria. Then, of course, there are also job creation opportunities for it, because everything about this smart kiosk is produced locally. So there are opportunities for electrical or electricians, if you don't mind, for weather, people who engage in the wedding crafts, they can find place there. Even the carpenters, all right? So in doing this, we create job for these people, and we help also address the issues of job creation or unemployment, as it were. So the solar kiosk is something that we believe that if all hands are on deck, government taking numbers of it and other stakeholders investing in this, definitely so much can be addressed in terms of issues of unemployment in our society.
According to him, Elite Solar Smart Kiosk is powered to empower Nigerians. He urged Nigerians not only to embrace the technology with a view to helping to solve the unemployment situation in the country, but also to be creative in tackling emerging economic realities in the country.